Good afternoon and welcome to the TradeXchange market wrap-up for the 24th of August 2016. Before we hit the numbers, wanted to share something with you. Those of you who are watching and listening to this video, a very special promotion called TX Video, VIDEO, TX VIDEO, and receive 50% off your first month's subscription, which is a really great deal, folks. You're going to go to subscribe, check out, and reach out to us if you have any questions. We are available right here on the bottom. The TradeXchange at thetradexchange.com. Phone 203-939-1250. Get the subscription. Get 50% off your first month's subscription for the TradeXchange, folks. Let's jump into the numbers. Rather negative note on the day. Dow Jones lower by more than 1/3%. S&P 500, as you see on the right-hand side, the SPY, a negative tone to the markets, especially post 2 p.m. Saw some interesting legs down going into the close. NASDAQ lower by 0.81%. The FTSE lower as well. We'll show you crude in a moment. Remember, we did have the EIA numbers, came in with a build versus an expected draw, and we did see a downward trend after that going into the 12 o'clock hour Eastern time, of course, and settling at $46.77, lower by just about 3% on the session. Again, that's WTI, West Texas Intermediate crude oil. Reminder, there is the meeting, the OPEC meeting up and coming. So a lot more conversation, a lot more punditry, opinions on what's going to happen. Stay tuned, folks. Things remain interesting in the oil markets. Gold lower as well by more than 1%. Silver lower by more than 2% at $18.52. The 10-year yield continuing in the range between the 1.5% and the 1.6% handle. Very tight range on the yield. The DXY, the dollar index, higher by 0.26% at 94.740. For your economic activity for the morning, we have durable good orders and initial jobless claims at 8:30. Bloomberg Consumer Comfort Index at 9:45, EIA natural gas report at 10:30, Fed manufacturing index at 11, and the money supply and Fed balance sheet after hours at 4:30. We're taking a look at your highlighted earnings for tomorrow. Pre-market, let's scroll up just a moment here. Pre-market, BURL, DG, among others, DLTR, and TIF. Again, that's in pre-market. After hours, ADSK, BRCD, GME, PSTG, SPLK, ULTA, among others. In your highlighted option activity, did see some interesting call activity in NMBL, EEM, saw put activity on the offer. Obviously, if you're purchasing puts on the offer, it tends to be a negative assumption, negative tone to that. So when you're buying puts on the offer, CLF also put activity on the offer, October 5s, expiring October 21st. In your company filings, STRP, we saw an SC13G being filed by Karen Singer at 5%, and in pre-market we saw OMED, see SC13G being filed by Celgene Corporation at 8.1%. And in level watch alerts, we'll show you that in just a moment from Zozo level watch alert. Let's see this. And folks, the trick is to see this in action, folks. See this in real time as it's coming through the TradeXchange forum at 10:50. We had TOPS over the $4.14 mark. And we did see that coming through. We saw volume coming through. There you see where our mouse is right here, and positive price action going to that 456 level. Great look on that TOPS from Zozo level watch alert. One of the things that we did want to share is on CLF. We mentioned this a bit earlier on option activity. When you do have put activity on the offer, tends to be a negative sentiment on CLF, and you see that at 950 and continuation of the negative sentiment in CLF. So obviously Cliff's Resources all the way down to the close at 572. So again, very interesting activity there in CLF. We wanted to highlight something else also with respect to options. Earlier in the day, at approximately 12:53, our users were alerted to unusual activity being mentioned by the Nigerians, Dr. J on CNBC and CHS, and you heard that on Squawk. You saw that in the forum. You saw that in the market streaming. You saw the reaction in CHS heading into the 1 o'clock hour and just past that. That type of alert is critical, whether you're short or long the security, and to monitor that. And that's what the TradeXchange does, folks, on a consistent basis. So get this in real time, folks. That is the key. Diving a little bit deeper into highlighted syndicates from the morning, we had BIP. You see that on the left, and TCAP. On the merger and risk ARB side, we had PFE and AZN. Pfizer has entered into agreement to acquire developmental and commercialization rights to late-stage small molecule anti-infective business from AstraZeneca for up to $1.58 billion plus royalties. Again, that's PFE, AZN. Folks, this information is critical to get this in pre-market, and that's what we do from providing you the morning mashup, also in EGN, early global news, absolutely critical for the trader on a daily basis. And we'll show you that right now, how to get that. And then the best way to do this from your home page, you're going to go ahead and click on mashup right over here. You're going to go into mashup, enter your name, email, and phone number, and subscribe and get this information in the morning, folks. Same thing with EGN. We'll click on that in just a moment. Show you how to do that. Very similar to the mashup, your name, your email, phone number. Get on the list to get this information, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks for checking in. This has been the TradeXchange Market Wrap-Up for the 24th of August, 2016. Wishing everyone a very pleasant evening.